Welcome back to the GSMC Deadball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Nolan Jamber. Today, we got some good stuff to talk about. Talk about some college basketball, Michigan State, Detroit Pistons, NBA, Detroit Tigers, MLB, and then we'll switch it up from Michigan sports. We're going to go to the Cleveland Browns, talk about what's going on over there. Obviously, we're going to talk about that stuff from Michigan. I want to change it up today. We'll get into some Michigan news and some out-of-state news. Before we get into all that, though, tips and donations. Tips and donations, it really means a lot. If you guys ever want to tip or donate to us, it really means the world. It shows that you guys care about the content that we're putting out. If you guys donate or tip, it really means that the content we put out is the best that we can. And we strive to make the best content that we possibly can for you guys. And by donating and tipping, it means that we're doing the best that we can. So if you want to donate or tip, the two links in the bio description, the super chat or the stickers. Even if you don't want to donate, you want to leave a little text, leave a chat. Link in the you can text in the live stream chat or leave in the comments. I love being able to talk to the fans, talk to you guys about sports. That's what I like. That's what I'm here for. That's what I like to do. Leave a comment. I love to get back and talk to you guys about what I love, which is sports. And like I said, if you want to tip or donate, the link in the bio, link in the description, the live stream super chat or stickers. With that being said, let's get into the content for today, shall we? First topic of the agenda, Detroit Pistons basketball. JB Bickerstaff. Start with him. Comes in. Monty Williams, 1 season, gone. Like the least amount of wins, almost the least amount of wins in NBA history. That's tied for the longest losing streak in a single season in NBA history. Detroit Pistons, clear sweep, get rid of him. And we're looking. They're like, hey, who are we going to get? And then the Cleveland Cavaliers, they bless up. They fire their head coach, JB Bickerstaff. After losing in the Eastern Conference semis, they fire him due to, I believe it was like the players didn't like him. The Pistons take full advantage of it, swoop in, get him, few-year deal, and we got our guy. We're like, oh, we got him. Start of the year, we're looking pretty good. A month in, we're about a game or two over 500. And as the season progresses, we just keep winning and winning and winning. And then for the first time since 2018, we have confirmed, or 2016, sorry, we're going to have a winning season and we're going to be in the playoffs for the first time since 2016. And not only that, we would be the first team to triple their wins in the season prior. We're the first team ever. Detroit Pistons with JB Bickerstaff is the first team ever to triple their wins from the season prior. That is insane to think about. They had a 28-game losing streak. They won 16 games last year. And now they're at 43, 44 wins with a confirmed playoff spot. I mean, that jump is unmatched. You just cannot top that as a coach. They probably would. Obviously, if you want to do better, obviously win a championship. I'm not sure if that's going to happen this year at the Pistons. Obviously, I would love it to happen. But will it? I don't think so. I want to say it will, but maybe they'll make a little run. Maybe they'll make it to the semis. Maybe make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. I would love that to happen. But will it happen? I don't know. I'm not sure. I would love it to. I'm not sure. And that's just JB Bickerstaff. Let's talk about the players. You draft Ron Holland, 5th overall pick. And people were skeptical. They're like, hey, is he going to be the guy that, is worth the 5th overall pick? And not going to lie, this draft class was pretty weak. I mean, definitely one of the weaker draft classes over the past 5 seasons, over the past 10 seasons, honestly. And even so, he's been a great pick. I mean, he's he's 19 years old. He's coming into the league. He's stepping up, especially a few nights ago. Timberwolves, Pistons get a little scuffle. Ron Holland has a great game. He has a great game, gets 20 points, 5 boards. Great game from him. And Marcus Sasser, too. He's finally getting playing time after all this time. He's finally getting the recognition he deserves. He's a great player. Great young player. 21 years old out of Houston. And he's a hooper. And seeing that this Pistons core is so young, and these guys are all so talented, They could easily, hopefully, win a championship within the next 3-4 years. And I would be so not opposed to that whatsoever. I would love that. But then we got the key players to this team. Started off, Cade Cunningham, first-time All-Star, completely deserves. He's the heart and soul of this Pistons team. He's out right now. He's been out for the past week or two with an ankle injury. Hopefully, what we hope is happening, is healing him up, resting him up for come playoff time, which that'd be great. Keep him healthy. We don't really need him right now. So if they're resting him up come playoff time, bring him in fully healthy, that would be the best case scenario. And even with him out, they're still winning basketball games. They're still playing good basketball. I'm sorry. But, he's a great player. He completely deserves it. He's the reason the Pistons are doing so good right now. Talk about Jalen Duren. 21 years old as well. Cade's 23, Duren's 21, averaging a double-double, and he's a beast. He was a beast at Memphis. He comes in 2 seasons ago, makes an immediate impact, and it's almost like immediate. He's just a beast. He is one of the best players in the East. He's one of the top 5 centers in the East. And in the league, I'm not sure about in the league. In the East, easily top 5 center. Could be top 3. Could make a debate for top 3 as well. But, he's just a huge player. And then we got, unfortunately, obviously, a Jaden Ivey. Horrible thing to happen to Jaden Ivey. January 1st against the Magic. First game of the new year. Bang. ACL. Bang. It's off. It's gone. Mid-game. Tears the ACL. It's horrible. He's already back, though. He's not back playing, but he's already rehabbing. He's running again. He's getting his movement back, and he's making a really fast recovery. And this is great for us because next year he will be back. This team next year with Ivy back will be a dominant team in the East. They're not, I wouldn't call them, they are pretty dominant right now, but they're not a team that you would go and say, I'm scared of playing. They're like, this will be a good game. If they have Ivy back, they will be a team you will see on your schedule and say, oh crap, we got to play the Pistons. And I'm excited for his return. Then we got the vets. We finally got some solid vets. Most notable, Malik Beasley. He has the most threes this NBA season, and he is helping the Pistons so much. His experience, his leadership is helping this team so much. Tim Hardaway Jr., Michigan native, played at Michigan. Obviously, got some bad blood, but, he's playing for the Pistons, so I don't really care. But he was great at Michigan, and he's doing great with the Pistons. He's a really good vet. He's really helping our key players, helping our young players learn as well. He's being a vet. He's doing what we brought him in for, and that's to teach the young players how to play good basketball, and that's exactly what he's doing. Tobias Harris, drafted by the Pistons, formerly on the Sixers, then back to Detroit. He's ever some other stops here and there, but most notably at the Sixers. And now he's back in Detroit. And he has been another great addition to this team. He's just a phenomenal player. He plays great basketball. All these vets that we brought in, Tobias, Malik, and Tim Hardaway Jr., are all great additions to the team. Tobias is great to see him back. But, all these vets that we were able to obtain in the offseason and bring into this team to help our young core was probably one of the best decisions that the Pistons organization made to go for vets, and especially a vet we've had in our team before, a vet who's played in Michigan, and a vet who the Pistons have played against a lot because when he was in Milwaukee, and they know who to get. They knew who they wanted to go for, and they got all 3 of them. And like I said, these 3 pickups have been some of the most important pickups this franchise has made in the past few seasons for sure, because they will continuously, if they play the level they're playing still in the next few seasons, they will be the reason that the Detroit Pistons will make a deep playoff run, hopefully win the NBA championship. And, the Pistons are just one of those teams that just made a huge jump in the offseason, and I'm so excited to see what they have coming in the future as well and how they will do this year, especially without Ivy. Obviously, they've been doing fine without him, but come playoff time, this Pistons team is so young. The only people on the team with playoff experience are the vets. Malik, Tobias, and Tim Hardaway Jr. So we'll see how they handle that adversity come playoff time and if they really can handle it, which I'm sure they will. I really hope they can, and I'm excited to see how they'll do. That's all for segment number 1. In the next segment, we're going to talk about Detroit Tigers, or Michigan State. Sorry, we'll talk about Michigan State basketball, college basketball, switch it up a little bit, see how the offseason went, how their season went, and how I think they'll go next year. In the next segment, after the next 2 segments, we'll talk about the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Browns. After the break, we'll get back right to what we left off on, talking sports. See you after the break.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Welcome back to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Noel Jambert. The previous segment talked about Detroit Pistons, their come up, how they're doing so far this year. In this segment, we got something good. Got Michigan State basketball, how they did this year, how they did March Madness, off season, who's leaving, who we can hopefully get. Before we get into all that though, let's talk about something. Tips and donations. Tips and donations are always greatly appreciated. It really means a lot when you guys donate or tip. It really means you guys care about the content that we put out, and that's what we're here for. We're here to put out good content, here to give you guys good content to watch, to listen to, cover sports, cover all types of sports, and that's just the best we can do. So by you guys donating and tipping, it really means the world to us. It really does show you guys care about the content we put out. So if you want to donate or tip, doing the 2 links in the bio and live stream. Via live stream, you can do super chat or stickers. That's the best way to do it. If you want to leave a comment, if you don't want to tip or donate, leave a comment section or the live stream chat. It's always great being able to talk to the fans, talk to the people who care about sports just as much as we do, because that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about sports. That's our job. That's why we're doing it. We love it. So like I said, if you want to tip or donate, links in the bio, the 2 links in the bio, description and link, and then we have do the live stream, super chat, and sticker. So with that being said, let's get into the second topic of the day. Michigan State basketball. Michigan State basketball started the season unranked. They started the season with a pretty mediocre record. I wouldn't say mediocre, but they were about 6-3. Started the season 5-1. And then they went to the Maui Classic, lost to Duke and Memphis. Memphis was a team we shouldn't have lost to. Duke was, Duke's Duke. Duke's Duke. I mean, Duke's the best team in the country. But after that, they just heat up. Their before conference play, out of conference play was phenomenal. Lost 1 game. Go to the conference play. Lost 2 games all season. End the season with the best regular season record in Big Ten, win the Big Ten regular season champions, make it to the Big Ten tournament semifinals, lose to Wisconsin, unfortunately, and then March Madness comes around. March Madness, 2 seed. I mean, that's just phenomenal for Michigan State. I mean, they came into the season not really sure what direction we'd go in. I was hoping, make March Madness hopefully a 6 or 7 seed. We come in, dominate all year, prove that, hey, Michigan State, we're a blue blood. We're a blue blood for a reason. We are one of the best programs in the country and historically, and we proved it. we're Michigan State. We're headed to coach by Tom Izzo, one of the best basketball coaches, college basketball coaches of all time, and it showed. Dominated all year round. Come March Madness, 2 seed. I mean, who can't? Behind Auburn. I mean, you're not going to beat that. And then all the way, you beat Bryant first round. You beat Ole Miss. You lose to Auburn in the Elite Eight. Horrible season. I mean, horrible way to end the season. You lose by 6, 70-64. The shots weren't falling that game. It was just an off game for the Spartans, and that's just how the season ended. It was an off game. Ending a season like that is never fun, but that's just how sometimes it ends. It ends on a bad game, and that's how it ended. They had Johnny Broome of Auburn. He just put up a double-double, 23 and 13 double-double, and Michigan State had no answer for him all game. He went out for a few minutes. He landed on his elbow pretty weird, hyperextended his elbow. He was out for a few minutes, and we just couldn't capitalize off it. But, I mean, great season regardless, though. I mean, you cannot deny the fact that Michigan State came into the season unranked, climbed their way through the top 25, ending the season AP poll, 8th overall. Phenomenal year for the Spartans. But with that being said, let's talk about the players individually. Obviously, let's talk about Tom Izzo, head coach. Another vetted head coach who's been coaching this program for 25 plus years. He knows how to coach. He's a phenomenal basketball coach. But the problem is a lot of the older coaches in college basketball just can't seem to adapt to the transfer portal and NIL. With that, because they lost Trey Holloman, we thought he was staying over here. He kissed the Spartan in the middle of Breslin. And then fifth-year senior, he had a 5th year of eligibility. Yeah, I'm hit the transfer portal. I mean, that's kind of just, I'm going to say it's disgraceful. You cannot kiss the Spartan at Breslin and then want to transfer out. You're not, it's just not the tradition. You're rooting the tradition that the Spartans have built for all these years. But he does that. You lose Xavier Booker, who I'm still high on. I think he would have been a starter next year, and he is a great player. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's tall, he can play defense, he can drive, he can dunk. He does it all. But he just didn't get the shot. He didn't get he didn't get recognized enough this year. He didn't get enough playing time, and that's why he's transferring out, which is understandable. Hey, he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. He's coming to Michigan State. He didn't play much his freshman year because obviously freshmen probably aren't going to play that much unless you're Cooper Flagg. But still, when he came in, I wanted to see him play, and he didn't play as much. I thought this year he'd play a little bit more. He played probably just a few, not even that much more than he did freshman year. And he's like, you know what, if I'm not gonna play, I'm just gonna leave. And that's honestly the right thing to do for him. He leaves. He'll probably end up going. People are saying Arizona State, Arizona. I could see it. I don't want it to, but I wish he would stay. But if he's going to go play somewhere else, he should 100% go somewhere else and play. He's a great player. Just a matter of where he's going to go and just a matter of time, I guess. Same with Cohen Carr. Cohen Carr hasn't entered the transfer portal, but he is looking at other schools. Other schools looking at him. Arizona State and Arizona are both looking at him as well. Imagine him and Booker both go to one of those schools together. That'd be insane. But he's looking to go to Arizona State or Arizona possibly if he enters the portal, which he might. No one's too sure about that yet, but we'll have to wait and see. And then we got, Frankie Fiddler coming in from Omaha, senior, and he didn't start, but when he came off the bench, he made an impact. He's a great shooter. He's one of the shooters on their team who I was never afraid to see touch the ball. And he just made plays when we needed him to. Nice jumper, nice 3-point shot. He just all-around great player. Jaden Akins, senior. The senior out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. Jaden Akins. I mean, we love him. He's athletic. He can shoot. His 3-point did kind of recede the past season. He definitely wasn't shooting nearly as good as he did in the previous seasons. But he's still one of the best point guards Michigan State's had in a while. He's phenomenal. He can play on all 3 levels. His 3-point, like I said, was a little iffy this year. Something happened, but he still was a player you could always rely on to see. Jace Richardson. Now that's the player I want to talk about. Jace Richardson was the best player for MSU this year, guard-wise. He was a player when I saw touch the ball, he just dominated. He can dribble great. He can shoot, take it to the lane, pull up. He was just a player who just did it all for Michigan State, and he's one of the reasons they did so well this season. He started off the season coming off the bench. He averaged 15 for a few game stretch, and then Izzo saw that. He's like, you know what, we're gonna, because when Aikens got hurt for a little bit, he came in, he dominated. He's like, you know what, you deserve a starting spot. You started him, and it didn't go. He didn't look back. And he just played his best ball all season long. After he started, he was dropping 20 plus points a game towards the end of the season, regular season, and come Big Ten playoff time. He was just dominating. We couldn't win the Big Ten championship, but he was just playing phenomenal all season. And he will most likely enter the NBA draft. He is a lottery pick. If he play, he's just like his dad. His dad played the same way at Michigan State as well. And if he does return, that'd be great. But if he hits the lottery, if he declares for the draft, he will be a phenomenal lottery pick. For whatever team picks him up, he will be a great asset for them. I was talking bad on Trey Holloman earlier, calling what he did disrespectful, which I still think it was. But he was still a great player for us this season regardless. He is a Spartan dog. He was here for a few years, and he dominated. He was a great shooter. He was a little smaller, so his defense, he was playing some pretty tough defense because, he's smaller. He's got to play good perimeter defense because his paint defense isn't as good because he's so small. But, he's a shifty player. He's small, he's fast, he's quick off his first step. He knows, and he was a good shooter as well. He's just like Jace, phenomenal shooter. And whenever he had the ball as well, he's taking a three, that could go in. College basketball is so weird with those guys who could shoot because you never know. Shooters in college basketball are so different compared to NBA because they're still working on their jumper. And Trey, when he was shooting, I was never nervous about his shots he was taking. Plus that half-court shot against Maryland in the regular season, oh my God, it was phenomenal. You can't beat it. So overall, though, Michigan State did have a great season, coming in unranked, ending in the 8th overall AP poll, 2 seed of March Madness, going to the Elite 8. This program's only going up from here, and I like I said, I'm currently a sophomore at Michigan State, and by the time I'm a senior, I'm expecting and hoping to at least make one Final Four appearance and possibly make it to the national championship. And I'm excited to see the future of this program. That's it for segment number 2. Segment number 3, Detroit Tigers baseball. How they've been doing so far this year. They're currently playing the White Sox. We'll talk about a little live gameplay right there as well. But after the break, we'll get right into that. See you after the break.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube, absolutely free. NFL, college football, NBA, MLB, MMA, UFC, fantasy football, and so much more. GSMC Sports Network has shows running all day long, with new sports shows starting every 2 hours. Just like on your favorite cable sports channel, except GSMC Sports Network is absolutely free. Just search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube to catch one of your new favorite shows, like the GSMC College Football Podcast, Chip Shot Football Podcast, Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, GSMC Basketball Podcast, and so many more. Check it out for yourself. GSMC Sports Network, now available on YouTube absolutely free. Search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube right now.
Welcome back to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Nolan Jamber. Past 2 segments, we talked Detroit Pistons basketball, NBA, and previous segment, NCAA basketball in Michigan State. In this segment, we're talking MLB, Detroit Tigers. Right now, they are currently playing the White Sox, currently up 7-1, top of the 8th, and the Tigers are dominating. From the stat sheet that I'm looking at right now, Kerry Carpenter currently has 1,000 average for the day, 2 hits, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. I mean, that's insane. He has 2 hits, both of them home runs. Oh, he has 5 at bats, so he's not batting 1,000. But I mean, he has 2 hits and 2 home runs. That's insane. Then you got Riley Green, former All-Star for the Detroit Tigers. Another home run. I mean, this team this year, they fell short last year in the Guardians in that 5-game series. However, this year I think it'll be different. This is going to be a great year for Detroit, and I'm going to tell you why. The team is young. A lot of their best players are kids we drafted only a few years ago. You got Max Clark, one of the most high-rated prospects in MLB history, playing for the Tigers this year. He was farmed last year. He was playing farm baseball last year. He's down in the minors. And this year, he will get called up. At some point early this season, maybe midseason after All-Star break, he will get pulled up and play for the Tigers. And I'm so excited. You got Jackson Jobe, a pitcher, made his first career MLB start a few games ago against the Mariners. And then he did play last year in the playoffs. He was a relief. He didn't start, he was a relief. And he didn't do too bad. He was still a rookie, and he was really young, so probably he didn't do that good. But for his age, how young he is, for him being only 23 years old, and him coming in and relieving in his first ever appearance in an MLB playoff game, I mean, that's insane. For that standard, he did pretty good. But let's talk about the roster. Let's talk about the Detroit Tigers roster. First off, talk about best pitcher in the MLB, Tarek Skubal. Tarek Skubal, Cy Young winner. That's all I gotta say. He's a Cy Young. No one really knew who he was last year. Ask an average Tigers fan, you're gonna say, "Oh yeah, Tarek Skubal. Yeah, I didn't really know him, but last year he came in and dominated for us." Honestly, I'm gonna say the same thing. I really didn't know who Tarek Skubal was last year. He came in and he dominated all year. He did what he had to do, and he dominated. And I'm happy. He's the reason the Tigers made the playoffs because his pitching was so good. Whenever he was on the mound to start the game, there was no doubt in my mind that we would win that game. No doubt. Just because of how clean he can throw a ball. He can throw a fastball, slider, changeup, curve. He can throw anything you need him to, and it'll be right where the catcher wants it, right where Jake Rogers wants the ball to go. That's where Tarek Skubal will throw it. And then he got some other pitchers, You got Jack Flaherty, he got traded to the Dodgers midseason last year, wins the pennant, gets his ring, and comes back to Detroit this year, which I think is pretty funny. He left, got his ring, and came back. I'm not complaining about the trade. We got him back for 2 more years. Great pitcher. Him and Tarek were trading off games last year. Tarek would start, Jack Flaherty would start, and then he'd switch off. And it worked every time. They're both such good pitchers, and they're both just so dominant on the mound. Reese Olson, a little older guy, but like I said, he's a great pitcher. He's older. He's a little vetted. I wouldn't say he's like vetted, but he's got experience. And him being on the Tigers is huge because he can teach these young guys like Flaherty, Jobe, how to throw a bit. He's just there. He's like a Justin Verlander type of pitcher for the Giants because he's on the Giants now. That's what he's here for. He's a great starter, but he's also here to mentor. And then you got Jackson Jobe, like I said, super young. He had his first start only a few games ago, and he's doing good. He has a bright future in the MLB if he keeps up the way he's been pitching. Got some of the relief pitchers. People don't like him as much, but I like him. Kenta Maeda. I like Kenta Maeda a lot. I thought he was a great pickup. I know we got him from the Dodgers, and I like him. I got him last season, 2 seasons ago, and he's done good for us. He's had a few off games. He's had a few games where people were questioning why we still have this guy, but every pitcher has that game. Every relief pitcher will have a game like that, and Kenta has had a few games like that, but when Kenta either has a great game where he's just throwing lights out where we needed to, or he gives up a few runs and he gets pulled. But he tends to have a lot more games where it's, yeah, I'm throwing good. And that's why I like him. I like him because he's consistent with the fact that he throws more good games than bad games. And that's why I like Kenta Maeda. Tyler Holton, young guy, another great relief pitcher for the Tigers. Will Vest, another guy for the Tigers who I like. He's pretty young, only about 25, 26. He's been in the league a few seasons, and Like I said, he's like Kenta Maeda. He has a good game or a bad game, but he tends to have better good games than more bad games. And that's why I like him a lot, because he's a consistent good pitcher, relief pitcher for the Tigers. And he's another reason why we made the playoffs last year. We'd bring him in 8th, 7th inning for relief, and he'd get us through 7th, 8th, 8th or 9th inning without a run. And that's why I like him. Talk about some of the, like I said, actually we'll talk about the catcher, the main one, Jake Rogers. Phenomenal catcher for the Tigers. He's just there. He knows where the ball is going to be. He hardly I think he let up maybe one or two, a few balls get by him last season, but he's just such a good and brick wall back there. No ball gets by him, and that's why I love him. He's just he's there for what a catcher will do. Stop the ball from getting by, and that's about his job, and he does it phenomenal. Also, Tarek Skubal likes him a lot. Obviously, he was his catcher. He got him a nice little watch. Had Tarek Skubal's stats on it, but then nice little thank you message to him saying thank you so much for everything you do. And because catcher and pitcher are the butter and jelly of a baseball team. Those two alone can win you games. Just those two. That's the heart of your team, is the pitcher and the catcher. If they have good chemistry, you will win games. And Jake Rogers is also a great hitter as well for the Tigers. He's our 9th hitter, but he still hits good, especially for a 9th hitter. And that's why I like him a lot. He's reliable. He's a reliable catcher who can bat. Talk about some of the infielders. One of my favorites. People don't like him at all, but I love him. Javier Baez. One reason I like him, he wears my number 28. 28 is my number. I love it. But he's one of the most inconsistent batters of all time. He will either take you yard or strike out swinging the ball far left bottom right strike zone in the dirt, slider, bang. He will swing at 3 pitches like that in a row. He just swings at every slider he sees. But if he doesn't do that, he will take you for a good double, triple home run. He's a great hitter like that. But if he can work on his, at-bat eyesight, he's lethal. He can hit. He's got power. Like you saw in the Cubs. He's one of the best hitters in the league on the Cubs. He was filthy, and that's what I want to see to come back out of him again. Andy Ibanez, great second baseman. Same with Gleyber Torres. We got him too. Great hitter, great player for the Yankees. We got him as well. Our second baseman, our infield is stacked. We got Colt Keith as well, can hit. Trey Sweeney, young guy, he rakes. And Spencer Torkelson, another young guy, drafted in 2022. Still hits great for us as well. Outfielder, reincarnation of Barry Bonds, Kerry Carpenter. That guy, I call him Kerry Bonds. He's a beast. He's like kind of biased. He'll either strike out or take you over the fence. He's a power hitter, and when he gets a hold of it, that thing goes the distance, and it goes plenty over. Great hitter, great outfielder. He's fast. He's tall too, so him being as tall as he is and as fast as he is a huge play in the outfield for us. You got all-star Riley Green, already has a home run on the day on the White Sox. And he's a great hitter as well. I mean, there's a reason he's an all-star after all. He's fast, he's versatile, he dives, he makes good plays in the outfield. He never lets unless there's a ball gone, there's no ball that gets by him. He's just so fast and maneuverable in the outfield. He's so shifty. He can get to where the ball is going to be and get there fast. And he can make long throws like any outfielder should, but he does it better. He makes great throws in the outfield. He can gun him out from left field to third, left field to pot, maybe to home plate. I mean, it's hard, but he can do it. I've seen him do it. And he's got a cannon of the right arm. I love it. You got Henry Malloy. I like him a lot. He's pretty young. He can hit. He's a great outfielder as well. He's just like Riley Green. He can throw it. He can hit. He's fast. He's versatile. He's maneuverable. He does everything an outfielder needs to do. And that's why I love him. Because these MLB players are so good. And the Tigers, I mean, if they play like they did last year, they will make another deep run. Hopefully, we don't need to go on a 17-game win streak while being in 10 games below 500 to have to be able to do that. Hopefully, they can just play good enough baseball to where they're already locked into a playoff spot instead of having to climb their way back up the ranks they've had to do the past 2 seasons. But if they play like they did last year, hopefully they can get themselves a nice little guaranteed playoff spot, not have to worry about, a play-in 3-game series. Just get in, lock it down, and make a run in the playoffs. And I'm so excited to see what happens with the Detroit Tigers this season. That's all for segment number 3. The final segment, we're talking about Deshaun Watson, the Browns, what's happening with that organization, and what I think is going to happen with them this season. We'll be right back after the break.
For the best and latest podcasts available anywhere, go to the podcast app on your cell phone and type in GSMC to access free content-rich podcasts on health and wellness, book reviews, sports, entertainment, relationships, social media, movies, technology, finance, and even weird news. Subscribe and download the GSMC Podcast Network's family of shows, available everywhere podcasts are found.
Welcome back to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Nolan Jammer. In the past 2 segments, we talked about all Detroit, all Michigan, Tigers, Pistons, Michigan State basketball. Final segment, we're going to talk about one of my second favorite NFL team, and the Browns. Deshaun Watson and the Browns. Yes, I love the Lions. Lions are my team. But I started liking the Browns a few years ago, 2016, after their 0-16 season. I'm not really sure why. I just really started to like them. Drafted Baker Mayfield. I'm like, yeah, no, this is my second favorite team now. I don't know. I love Baker in college, so you know what? I had to change it up. I like the Browns, so hate me for it. I don't really care. But I still am a Lions fan. Lions are my number 1, always will be. But let's just talk about the Lions. Let's talk about Deshaun Watson and the Browns. Deshaun Watson took the Houston Texans to the playoffs 2018, 2019, and didn't get very far, unfortunately. Had to play Josh Allen both those times, lost both times. Josh Allen just dominated them in the playoffs, and they just couldn't seem to beat him. He's a great player. And then, he goes to the spa and the massage parlor, and, things happen, things come out, things get said, and, he's out of the league for a few seasons. The Browns, they need a quarterback. Traded Baker for some unknown reason. I still don't understand why they traded Baker, but they did. They had no good quarterback, and they said, you know what? We're going to go for Deshaun Watson. They signed him to a 5-year, $250 million contract, guaranteed $250 million. They guaranteed his whole contract. So regardless of what happens, he's getting all of the money. And they bring him in. The whole league's going crazy about this. Oh, Deshaun Watson's getting another chance. This is just what he needs to prove himself. He comes in, plays 6 games, tears his ACL. And he did not do good in those first 6 games. And then in the offseason, he's training, rehabbing, comes back, and he gets injured again. He tears the ACL again in the offseason. And so now he won't even be able to play this season either. So the owner, Jimmy Haslam, the owner, NFL coaches meeting, they're talking about, I believe, just Deshaun Watson. And he says, and I quote, "It was a big swing and a miss." He said that about his own starting quarterback, who they voluntarily went out, signed for $250 million guaranteed, and said it was a big swing and a miss. Deshaun Watson responded to that with a nice little, he responded by saying, in an Instagram caption, he says, "Maybe if I wasn't built for this, I wouldn't let it faze me." So a little cryptic message, a little jab at the owner there. But, Deshaun Watson used to be so good. No one really knows what happened to him. Something happened. The rust, he's just done. I love him. Obviously, I don't love him, but, as a quarterback, I do. I think he's a great quarterback. He was. And I think if he gets one more season to try to prove himself, and if he can't do it, he's just going to be cut. They're just going to cut him, take the money. They're going to have to deal with the money they lost, and take it and leave. They're going to have to. But I mean, I was so hyped for him. I re-signed him. I was excited. And then all this happened. And, it's just a bad situation to be in. The Browns, they have the second overall pick. And between Abdul Carter and Shadur Sanders, possibly Cam Ward if he's still option, but I don't think he will because the Titans have number 1 and they probably will draft Cam Ward. If they were smart, I think they would draft Shadur because of the fact they need the quarterback. They already re-signed Myles Garrett to a big deal, to a big contract. So why they need another? They don't need another Hall of Fame, All-Pro, All-Star edge. Getting another one would be great, but just get Shadur. They need a quarterback, and so I think that's what they should do. They'll draft Shadur. They already got weapons around him. They got Elijah Moore, great receiver by the way. I like him a lot. They had Amari Cooper. They traded away to the Browns for a 6th-round pick, for just a 6th-round pick. I was pissed about that. Amari Cooper's a great receiver, but they knew they were wasting his talent in Cleveland. And they were like, you know what? Let's just trade him, rebuild. And so that's what they're doing. They're rebuilding, and they're going to rebuild. And that's what they're doing right now. They had some other receiver from the Broncos they signed as well. I forgot who it was, but he was a great second option all year. They traded Amari, and then he became the number 1 option. And he dominated all year as well. He played in Denver. I mean, Jameis Winston, he's definitely not a bad quarterback. But him starting is a reason they definitely won 3 games because of there was no good play for the Browns. Their defense wasn't stepping up this year. Their offense just had nothing. Nick Chubb, I love him, but he was out all year, came back for only the last few weeks, and really didn't make any noise. He really couldn't, just because it's leg. You can't risk another injury. That was the injury he suffered last year against the Steelers could be a career-ending injury for some, but for not Nick Chubb. He just came in, and he just wanted to keep playing, and that's exactly what he did. He just kept playing, played to the pain. And, that just kind of sums up the Browns organization, I guess. They're pretty... a lot of people think that, they're just a dead organization. They got nothing going for them. But they will... I think if they make the right draft picks this year, they could build up off of that and become an organization that will be a team you don't want to play in the next few years. And, look what happened in 2021. They made the playoffs for the first time in a few years, and they dominated the Steelers first round and lost to the Chiefs on a not called targeting call, which it was a brutal call. But that's just how it is. Just can't win them all. Some of the refs, you just don't make the right call sometimes. But the Browns are a team that are rebuilding, probably will draft Shadur, and we'll have to see what they'll do with Deshaun after the season, if they'll cut him, tank the money, or just keep him around for the next 5 years as, like a vet quarterback. So we'll have to wait and see. But thank you for tuning in to the Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. Your continued support really means a lot. So if you want to, like, subscribe, and share. It's always great being able to put on other people's watch lists. People watching us, listen to us. It really means a lot if you guys like, comment, and share. To stay up to date, follow us on X/Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok to stay up to date with all the news and when shows are dropping and all that good stuff. So thank you for tuning in to today's episode, and have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. See you guys.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go.